Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. I'm wearing a pink ring, the pinkest ring I have, so we're doing something pink. I've got my new Dujima flips. What's missing? One of these. Oh, it's over here. There we go. And I've tried those sticky things it came with. Pretty good. Don't know if they're reusable or not. We'll find out at the end. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to start with, wasn't planning on filming today. Do I want black under this? Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Black under the gold, or do I want it a brighter gold? I think I'm not going to do black. No, I think I'm going to jump straight into Builder with the application brush. I wasn't planning on filming tonight, but every night I have... Should we snuggle? He's snuggly wuggly. There we go. I have like 2 minutes, maybe 2.5, 3 minutes, where I really feel like coming and sitting up here and doing something. But I'm normally editing or doing something else, or don't know what I want to do. And it passes, but tonight I thought, actually, no, I want to do this. Okay, so I've done a slip layer. I'm not going to build yet. Do I want to cure that? Yeah, I want to cure this, full cure. I've just wiped the nail because I went to do this. We're going to just, I'm using the ultraliner brush and we're just going to do some wiggles. And it started to spread, this gel, because it was on a tacky builder. So I've wiped the tack off, because normally I would be doing this over black, a black polish, which I did for the red one. Doing a silk nail, by the way. But I decided not to do black for some reason. So because it's builder on builder, it's kind of spreading a bit. So we're just going to do lots of wiggles. Again, thin them out as you get to the sides, because we are going to encapsulate this. And I think it is definitely spreading less now that I've got rid of the tacky layer. Is that enough? Don't know if that's enough. Hard to bloody tell, isn't it? We're doing a silk nail. These have got too thick. Maybe I can do like a thin line over them. Like that. Is that going to look really weird? Oh, they've got really thick. I wonder if I hold it upside down, it will pull them back down. I might hold it like that for a sec. Okay, that has cured. See how it's a bit wiggly? And now we're going to top it with the Madame Glam No Wipe. You can get 30% off at Madame Glam, 30%, using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30. So we're going to top this so that we can chrome it. So when you put chrome over black, obviously the chrome looks a bit darker than it does over white. Should I have done white as a base? Probably, but I'm doing clear. Although it's difficult now to see which bits have been topped. We want to get in all the nooks and crannies, like these little crevices, but we don't want to fill them up, you know. If we have a crevice, we have a high point like this, and here's the nail, we don't want to fill in this gap with top coat, but we do want it all covered. So we're going to top that, and then we can cure. Now we're going to take this gold chrome, which I'm pretty sure is from Born Pretty. You can get money off there as well. And we're going to chrome all of this. And because we've done it clear, it's going to be a light gold. You know, if I'd done it on black, it would have been much darker. Oh, I don't think I've done enough wiggles, have I? Have I done enough wiggles? Rub this in again, making sure to get in all the little nooks and crannies. I hate that word, crannies. I think it's gross. Does that look? Don't know, I think I need to do more thingamabobs, more wiggles. Well, I'm going to do 2 of these anyway, so we'll see how the other one goes. I'll meet you back here with the next one, shall I? Okay, we'll put this aside. Okay, second one is wibbly wobbled and topped, and we're going to chrome it again. I think the reason it looks different to the silk one I did in red is because we're not putting anything over this. So this was the one from before. Oh no! Why does it have to fall down the tiny gap between me and my desk and then onto my chair and then slide off, you know? Why? Why can't it just fall right there? So this was around Christmas, where we've done what we've done here, but we did black first and then the bit wibbly wobbly, then chromed with silver and then topped with a red jelly and then encapsulated. So this is going to look more like just sort of liquid gold. Let's say we're going for that. So we're going to chrome this one as well. Oh, it's so satisfying, isn't it? At first you're like, oh no, nothing's happening, and then it rubs in and it's just delightful. Okay, and then I'm going to encapsulate them with builder gel. Normally what I do is I rub all my chrome on and then get all the excess off, and then I kind of just do it again. You know, why not? I don't know how I feel about this one, but it might look alright once it's topped. We could put something over it, a jelly, but I don't think a jelly would look right over gold, would it? And plus I'm going for pink and gold, I think. That's the plan. I put my pinkest ring on, so the plan was to go pink. Okay, so that's those two done. Well, not done. Wibbly wobbled. Yippee! We can encapsulate, so I'm going to take a big old bead of gel, twist it onto here, and then just work it from top to bottom, left to right. Just, oh, look at that glow coming through with the gold. It's even shinier. Sometimes when you top chromes, they kind of lose a bit, but this appears to be gaining glow, doesn't it? And it's magnifying the height difference, you know, between our blobs and everything else. So we're getting shadows. It's giving it more depth. From where I'm sitting. I don't know whether that's coming off on camera. So we'll bring this all the way down, making sure that it's above the wiggly bits enough so that when we file, we don't file into them. I'm going to hold it upside down, let gravity do its thing, move this if I need to, you know, if there's a dip, like there's a dip, take a bit from here, pull it there. I tend to pull back because I prefer a European apex, because it's nicer, and then we'll cure. Okay, it's looking cool. We can wipe the tacky layer, and we can take the tacky file, and oh, I can't take it off here because oh right. I'm just going to file, so I'm going to put more pressure here, less pressure, more pressure, less pressure as I go around, so you can hear the pressure difference. See? So we want to keep the high bit at the top. So I'm going to do that all the way over the nail, and then I like to come forward like this to get the apex that I like, where it comes straight here. So I'll file. Just a quick tip before we top. I've just added more to the sides, more builder gel to the sides of the other one to cure, because as I filed this, I filed some off the sides where I didn't cover it enough. So that's why you want to keep your humpy bits all centered and maybe keep the sides with nothing there. But I'm going to top this anyway because I can't be asked to do another one. It does look kind of like satin though, doesn't it? So we'll top. Pretty. Oh, that looks good. Looks like honey, gold honey. Okay, see how I've taken some off the sides, but you can't see it from the front, and that's what will be in the pictures. If it was a person, obviously I would correct that somehow, but not doing it in the first place would be better. So we'll cure that. Whee! Let's top the other one. That's it, buffed. It might look cool matte, but not as cool as shiny. Yes! Oh, it's amazing. Okay. Yeah, we haven't got... Have I taken some off the sides here? Don't think so. I think where I've done it on clear as well, in certain lights it's a bit more see-through. Okay, cure. Look how pretty. Ah, they look cool. So we can put those aside for now. And there's been a change of plan. We're not doing pink. Okay, but we are going to use some red, I think. But this is not red. Could you tell? This is Winter Whisper. I've painted a number 7 on it, or put it on there with a acrylic paint pen. So I think it was from the Advent calendar, day 7. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this. Am I doing this on all nails? All the other 3, possibly. Okay, cute. This is for the short. So we've scrapped the pink idea, and we're going to take Midnight Wine, which is from the latest collection. It's like a shimmery, deep gorgeousness. I think we need a close-up. Look at... Ah! So we're going to do some lips, and I'm going to try and do it first time. Okay. So we want, what are you? Get off. We want a dip here. A dip here. Like a little bird. And then we're going to come down and down. Okay, and then we're going to do a big you. Not me. You. Not Hermione. Not me. You. Let's even that out a bit. And then we can go in a curve here. Like so. And then a kind of M here. Like a hump and a hump. Then we can fill it in and maybe fiddle around with it a bit if we need to. Oh, this colour's amazing! Oh, is that bottom lip a bit too juicy? What's going on with the shape of the inside of my mouth? It's a bit skew-iff. Okay. Persevere, because we're going to add some gold dripping chrome. That's the plan. I think I want these a bit more coming out like this to a point. That's better. Same this side, bring it out to a point. Okay. Okay, so far so okay. I think these could come a bit closer together. Like that. Curve that a bit and fill. Curve filter fish. Is that big enough? This is weird. Is it weird or is it me? It's weird, isn't it? Let's cure it. I did a thing. I changed a thing. I changed, so instead of having this straight and this is a sort of M, I reversed it. So that's a curve, well, this curved. This is a curve and these come in like that. But I didn't press record because I'm smart like that. So now I'm going to take black gel paint. Do I want this gel paint yet or do I want to do the teeth first? Maybe I'll do the teeth first. What do we think? Let's do the teeth. I'm going to use white gel paint. It's going to have very white teeth. So we're going to, I'll probably do a small black line in between these, but just to mark out, we're only going to do maybe 2. I don't want her to look like Goofy. Are they too small? Unless I just do white all across there and then I can change the shape and everything with the black. Oh, poked myself. What do we think? Can't really see what's going on. You should see the position my head's in sometimes so that I can, you know, have the camera here, but also see what I'm doing, but also film what I'm doing. It's quite bizarre. Okay, this one can come. Just want a tiny little indent between the two. Let's make them a bit bigger. Follow the line of the red here. Will that do? Do they need to be bigger? This is going to be black. I don't know. Let's cure it. Now we can take the black. I made her teeth a tiny bit bigger. So they're kind of halfway in the gap now. And then we can fill in everything else. So we'll do a thin, I can't see, thin line here. Follow this line of the mouth. Like this. Slowly. Paint very slowly. And then we're going to go just up here. Make a tiny little V where the teeth are, the middle of them. That's bloody mess. See, when you put your brush down, so here's my brush, I can see where it is and it's disappeared. You know? Annoying. Right, fuck this up. Maybe the teeth do need to be smaller. We can change that with the black. Joseph, you can't be in quiet mode when you're live recording. Want a little V here. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, let's neaten that up a bit. I'm going to take my ball pit cleanup brush and wipe that off. Because it's terrible. And do it again. Tiniest amount on the brush. Where's the V? There. Curve. And curve. That's not centre, that's why it's weird. Okay, that will do. Let's cure it. Do we need a line separating the teeth? I feel like we might. I've cured this so I can test and see. Instead of that little V. Thin. Is that better? Maybe. To go all the way up to the top, I guess. If teeth don't mould together, do we think that? I don't know. I think I'm going to cure it. I'm going to take the Ball Pit Nails Anti-Chrome. Does it say Ball Pit on here? I think her others have got it written on the front, I think. And go over everything, because we're going to add some chrome stuff. Like dripping chrome on the lips, but then do I add some little chrome hearts anywhere? Because I think I want to do something hearty on another nail. The only thing I had planned when I came to sit down was this, and it was going to be pink chrome. So nothing's going as planned. I'm going to use the white gel paint for this bit, because once it's cured, it takes chrome, and it means I'm going to be able to see what I can do, see what I'm doing better than I could if we were using top coat to chrome, you know? So I'm going to put some on the top. I've seen a picture online, and I'm looking at it. Who's it by? Let's have a mooch. It's by Olga Baranova Nails, and she's got lips with chrome on. I just had a little look to see if there were any, so I'm going to sort of try and do a bit like hers because it looks really good. So she comes down here, we'll have a little drip here, and then here, want to, I think, leave a bit of red out the top, do we? Maybe, or not. Can't really tell in the picture. And then fill this in. We're going to have it coming down at the bottom as well. Don't worry. How is everybody? You all okay? My lovely gang? There's so many things just during the day that I'll be like, oh, I must tell the gang this, or I must mention this. And then when I come to do these live things, you know, where I'm talking as I paint, as I film, I forget everything. That doesn't look drippy at all. Oh, should I have it coming onto the teeth? It's suppose you could have it coming down a bit. That doesn't look drippy, it looks pointy. We don't want pointy drips. Oh, this is terrible, Joseph. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, actually, I make sure I'm going to give that a proper wipe, just in case there's any remnants of that gel when I chrome, you know. Don't want that. Okay, I was blowing in your ear. Was it romantic? Right, let's try again. Let's not look at the picture. Let's just do our own thing, because otherwise I'm going to think that it's wrong if it's not exactly the same. You know? Okay, so we want some drips. So I want like a drip here and a drip here. So let's take that up first, and then we can work around it. Maybe like this and like this. Do they look drippy? It looks a bit more drippy than the other one, doesn't it? Do you think? Yeah? I really need you to reply. I know you're replying out loud. I need you to shout louder. Right, and then the bottom we'll go from, just, will you please? Thank you. Here, all the way around. And then we're going to do a big drip here, lower than the thing. Yeah, why not? Big drip here, blob, circle-ish. We'll pull it up, and then we can work around it again. Do it quite thick here. Nice thick gloop. And have this little drip over here as well, landing on the lip. Ball, please. Pull it up. Work around it. Yeah, that's not very drippy. Now that's a gloop drip, not a drip drip. I think it's going to do. It's going to do. Then we'll put some more over here. Make it a bit wibbly wobbly. Like that. Do we think that's enough? Do we? I need help. Need help with these big decisions, people. Let's make this a bit wider here. And this is sharp. We don't want a sharp edge with drips. As I go ahead and make a bloody triangle. That will do. Let's cure it. Oh, it looks cool white, you know? Like she's had a lot of milk, or she's drunk a frothy coffee. That sort of thing. Don't like these strips. They're too thin. Oh, right, let's cure. Okay, chrome again. I'm excited about this, if it goes well. Please go well. You know you want to. Tappy tap tap. Tap taparoo. Okay, chrome. That looks really cool. So, put it on. Take off the excess, and then I like to put it on again. It's lighter. Is it lighter than my other two gold nails? Rub it in, and then rub it off. It works better if the back of this was clean. This one's a bit cleaner. There we go. That's fantastic, that anti-chrome. Cool. Do we need to add some little gold hearts, or do we add bling later? There was another one where someone had big juicy lips that were like made 3D, and they had a crystal in them that looked really cool. I think I will. Do we want hearts? I think I might wait until, because when we top this, that's going to sparkle through as well. I'll wait until I've done the other two nails to decide whether we want hearts and whatnot on here. So we'll top that in a bit. Okay, I've been sitting pondering for a while. And we're going to wipe and buff this nail because we want to chrome it in a bit, but instead of using anti-chrome, because once I've done the chrome, I then want to matte it again to seal that chrome in and then have the background matte, or do I do the background matte now, paint what I want, chrome, and then just out, no. So I'm going to think aloud and wipe and buff this. So this is what you can do if you don't have an anti-chrome top coat, you know, an anti-chrome, what's the word I'm looking for? Just an anti-chrome matte. So we'll wipe this, we'll buff it, and then our chrome shouldn't stick to it. But before we do the chrome, I'm going to take the red again. We're going to do a big old heart. So I'm taking the ultraliner again. I'm going to, I think I want it a bit offset, like that, and just eyeballing it. It's going to be easier to tell if our shape's okay once we've filled it in, you know. Why are you being like that? It's because I'm trying to paint in an upwards motion. Paint like this. Oh, did I just touch it? Dang it. Okay. Oh. So we'll fill this in. Oh, isn't this colour just amazing? So amazing. I have a feeling my mother is going to want this colour. Her next appointment. Mumsy Porpington. I don't know. My brother just said it once and it stuck. Mumsy Porpington. Sounds like a poor person's name, you know. Right. Instead of fixing that bit where I smudged it, I've just made the heart bigger. Actually not too shabby. Let's cure it. I'm confused about what I've done now because I want to do the paint for the chrome now, but that's tacky. So I think I should have wiped and buffed at this point, not earlier. Yeah? I could just anti-chrome, but I'm going to do a coat of anti-chrome once I've chromed. Right, it kind of makes sense. This is just to avoid doing 2 coats of anti-chrome or 2 coats of matte, or, you know, because I want the background matte, but once I've finished with this I want the detail shiny. So I'm just doing it in a weird order. What am I doing? Oh, it's so good. All the dust is gone. Right, what am I doing? Let's use white again. Was that bright enough? I think so. We'll use white and we will wipe our brush. Give it a little clean. That's literally all I do. Just wipe it in there. Spread the bristles a bit. Job's a good one. So I was thinking of making this like a necklace. So I'd have the gold around here. Should I put little imprinty bits on the gold? You know, like double chrome? Should we do a double chromey? Should I do a chain instead of chrome for the necklace? You know? Should I do caviar beads around this instead? No, let's do this. So we're going to outline this. Resting this on here. Anchoring myself down. Making sure I use the same pressure all the way along. Careful. It's a bit thinner there, so we'll thicken that up. Okay, okay. Same here. It's easier now we've actually got the heart there. Drawing an open heart, like not one that's filled in, and getting it even is really difficult. I don't think this heart's even, but we have some wiggle room or room for error because we're doing it at an angle, so it's harder to tell. Although it's not too bad actually. I think as my hearts go, it's not too bad. Oh, okay. Now, do I actually want this thicker if I'm going to do detail in it? You know, should I do a thick band and then chrome it, then put more white bits on, chrome those so it's like embossed? Not sure. I think I'm going to bulbosoid this. Is that a word? It's today. It's a word today. Let me think. Do I want to do that? Not if I'm going to bulbosoid that. Sounds like a dinosaur. It sounds like a, what are they called? Pokemon. Bulbasaur. Is there one called Bulbasaur? There's something, isn't there? Something soid. I don't know. I've never been into it. Okay. Let's cure. I made it a little bit thicker. Just a tiny bit thicker. Because if we're going to Bulbasaur, if we're going to Pikachu this, then I don't want to lose the outline amongst the bulbousness. Okay. Please don't stick to anything but the chrome, the white. Okay. Yay! So you don't need a chrome resistant top coat. This one is really good though, instead of wiping and buffing. And if you're not doing it, because I didn't want, you know, I didn't want to do it twice because I want to matte the background and chrome without chrome touching there. So I would have had to put this over the red, then done that, and then, because I want to seal in the chrome with a full coat of something, then done that again, or what, you know, to have the background stay matte but then be able to shiny over the, am I making sense? Over the chrome? Anyway, so rub this in, rub it off, then I'm going to rub it in again. I know, it's probably pointless, but it makes me feel good. Just for any little bits it's missed, you know, go around in circles and then use a clean end and rub it off. So now I think I'll do a chain, do you think, for the background? And look what I found. Remember, I got these little hearts. So I was thinking of putting one maybe here, like a drip. I tried it there and there. Didn't look right. So maybe I could have it as an extra drip there. Can I get it on the chain? Look at the tiny hearts. Could I use those as a chain? I'm very unsettled by that. Being open there. Are these two, is it too much? Oh, fantastic. To have a chain made out of those. Or I could do like caviar bead, heart, caviar bead, heart, caviar bead, heart. Should I do that? Why not? Why not make loads of work for myself? Do I do the bulbous first? That is the question. Because it'll go there. No, it's not going to be touching that, is it? Let's do this first. Let's take the Madame Glam art gel. We need some caviar beads, Joseph. Feel like this is going to be faffy. But we like a bit of faff, don't we? So if it's a necklace, one there and then one there, or going off here in a loop, that might look more like a key ring. Am I doing all this in the right order? Oh, wait! I haven't velveted yet. So I don't want to do the caviar beads now. Oh, goodness gracious me. So do I velvet now? Yes, I'm going to velvet now. So I might actually use the anti-chrome as the top coat, just because it's right here. The other one is in the drawer right next to me, my Madame Glam velvet, but, you know. Oh, I can't wait till that red comes out at the end. Look how pretty. Right, let's cure. Okay, we're going to take the art gel and get a big blob of it. I only want this to be in the red bits. So I need more of a ball. But I'm going to see if should I try and get this all in one go, or should I do just half and then the other half so it doesn't, you know, fall, and we can keep it nice and high and bulbous like this. Stay up. Okay. Oh, I'm not very talkative. That doesn't really help when I'm doing a live film. There's also about 40 seconds every evening where I'm like, shall I go live? Shall I just go up and go live? And then I think, what are you going to do though? Like I have to be doing something. So I don't. Right, I'm going to hold that upside down. That's nice and bulbous. Get it in the lamp. Now we have a nice hump. Nice little lumpy humpy. And we can do the other side. But don't worry about the join yet. Don't worry, it's going to be okay, I think. Right, I need you all off here. I just went downstairs to see Dex and empty the dishwasher. Had a little swig of Bailey's, so I feel all warm and fuzzy now. It's lovely. Have a sip when you haven't had any for ages. It's like, oh, so good. I empty this is an exciting conversation. I put the dishwasher goes on like when it's, you know, no more stuff's going in there today. And then put it on, so that's in the evening, and then I go down late and I empty it so that it's nice and empty for me in the morning. Right, now we have another hump. I'm going to hold that upside down for a sec. I remember as a guy I was with, his family would just put stuff in the dishwasher, then put it on whenever, and then slowly take it out as they used things, and you'd end up with some clean, some dirty. Oh, can't deal with that. End of the day, on, clean, empty. It's fresh for the morning. Right, I'm going to cure this. So you can't really see the join, or you can a tiny bit. So I'm going to take a bit more, not loads, and then kind of, because it's clear on clear, it should hide that, and just go over this. Now we've got our humps on each side, because if I'd have done them all together, all this bit, and held it upside down, it just would have raised in the middle and not around these bits. So I can do this, it'll add a little bit more height and get rid of the join. And if you need to build this middle bit up, you can as well at this point. Okay, cure. Going to top, oh, text, hang on, is that my dad? Oh, I thought it might be my dad. I messaged him the other day. He's in, this is top coat. I messaged him the other day. He's in Dubai, not Dubai, not Abu Dhabi. It's got a D in it, somewhere over there. Not a D, a B, Bahrain. There we go. Bahrain. With F1 doing, I don't know why I said doing, I've no idea. I messaged him the other day and he hasn't messaged me back. Rude. Anyway, so I'm going around this with top coat because I didn't want to have the bulbousness of the heart include the gold line, because the curvature of it would kind of mask our firm border, you know? You would see it inside a dome, so it wouldn't be as obvious. I know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Let's cure that. Now we can do our art gel and these little hearts and caviar beads. I'm going to use the tiny ones. I have lovingly but painstakingly put a whole bunch of them the right way up. So we'll make this a chain. I've got some chain, haven't I? That would just be beads though. Do I want hearts in it? We can always wipe it off if we don't like it. So we'll start here. Give a little curve. Should I do one at a time? What if I don't like it? And then a curve here. Maybe like that. Yeah? Okay. I agree. It looks okay so far. Then we're going to put the lid on this. Sort of. We're going to take some caviar beads and just one, please. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Let's use this annoying thing. It's good but annoying. So I put one there. Oh. Okay. And then a little heart here. Are they even? Can you even see what's going on? Can you tell it's a heart? Does it look weird that the caviar beads are higher than the hearts? Because the hearts are flat. Let's keep going and see what happens. Come here, you little bugger. Heart. Bead. Just one. Oh, 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 oh. Does that look weird? Is that going to look really weird? Heart. See what I mean? It's like high, low, high, low, high, low. Does that look really dumb? And that's not wiggly. I want it wiggly. Right, one of these days I'm going to find all the caviar beads in the world and I'm going to put them in a bag, tie a big rock to it, throw it in the sea. I think that looks messy, doesn't it? Yeah, don't like it, don't like it. I think I'm going to use some chain. Shall we use some chain? Yeah, but am I going to be able to get it in a curly pattern? I've no wipe topped this because even though the art gel cures tack free, it isn't as shiny as the shiny top coat, which makes sense. So I've topped over the heart as well. I won't be able to curve this, will I, in such a small area? No. So maybe I just have it like that and like that. I do like the curve thingy. Let's just do this. Right, so we want a boot that much here. Snip that off. Why won't you snip off? There we go. Okay, and same for the other side. Might have that going a bit further away. About there. Okay. And if there's any sticking out at the end, we can cut that off. Oh, where was it? I'm all fingers and thumbs. There to about there. Right, don't move a muscle. Doesn't snap. Oh! Oh, it does snap, and that just went miles away. I'm not getting up. I'll just cut another piece. About there, about there. Get this in place and hold on to it. There we go. Now, where's the other bit? There. Okay. All this stuff everywhere. It's annoying. Let's take the art gel. And this. Ultralight. Oh, I want it curly. It's not going to cut. Oh, I've touched it. Okay, we're going here. Here we are. Don't know if I'm going to like this either. I don't like glycol ether. That's too long. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. I want this one. Okay. I do want you. Oh, maybe it isn't this one. That's quite cool. Cut that off. Let's put the other one on now just to check that we like it before curing. It's all well and good curing halfway if you know you're happy with it. I want that sort of like that. Am I going to be able to get it to bend like that? Unlikely. But we'll give it a go. Come. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's cure it. Now we need to cut off these bits and hope that it doesn't... What's going on with these? Hope that it doesn't mess it up. Oh! That's somewhere in the room, never to be found. As is that. Oh, I heard it land somewhere far away. Oh, that's sharp. Okay, we're going to top these because we need to take the sharpness off. I quite like it. Top coat, top coat, top over them, and I'm going to top this bit at the end because that's sharp. I should have just cut them to the right size in the first place. Okay, good. Should we bulbosoid the lips? I think we should. Let's take some of this art gel again. Could use builder if you want, because I'm going to top this after as well. I think I'll do like we did with the heart. Do it in sections, or can we do it all in one go? Oh, look at that red. It's so pretty. I don't want to go on the black or the teeth. Keep that bulbous there, pull it down, thin it out here. You feel like you need to push up a bit further than the design. Otherwise you get this matte line around it because it shrinks back. Okay. One bulbousy bit. I'll wisp that off. I'm going to cure that. Now we can do the same on this side. How am I going to approach the drips of gold at the bottom? Haven't decided yet. Future Joe's problem. You know? Gutted. Future Joe. Bring this up here. And if you need to, then we can hold it upside down. Nope, I want most of it on this high point. Nice juicy lips. Hold it upside down for a minute. Move it around if you need to. And then get that shit in the lab. I think before I do the bottom lip, I'm going to do a little dot on here. Make sure I'm pulling straight up so it only lands on this dot. Although it would help if I was looking at it a bit better, wouldn't it? And then thin it out to there, and then I can do the lips without worrying about having to join that to it. But that definitely needs to go upside down for a sec, and then I will cure this. So now we have our little hump on there. We can do the bottom lip, and then if we need to fill in between these we can, but I quite like that there's a dip between, in the middle of the two, not two top lips, just the one top lip. But I quite like that there's a dip between it. So again, avoiding the black. I'm kind of letting the product just lay down off my brush, pulling the brush away from the product so it stays where I put it as opposed to brushing it. You know? Product, pull your brush away as opposed to pulling the product. So a light touch. Nice light touch. Okay. Then to juicify it, maybe I should have done this in two parts. I'm just going to let that big blob there fall off my brush. Get. Okay, I don't want anything to touch the black. And if there is a tiny border where, like, see there, that red that I haven't got the gel on, I don't want to go too close because I don't want to get it on the black. Do you think the black should be shiny? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to hold this upside down, maybe work on it. Probably should have done that in two parts. But where there is a tiny little border, this is the lip. We've done the gel and we've got like this little bit here. When I top coat this, I can just cover that as well. So let's cure this. I did a second round of this, but not as thick as the first one at all. And then I topped. And I got some in there, so I just rematted in there. But I figured that was all kind of boring to watch, so I did it in secret. So now we have our juicy lips. Does the chrome look all right with the... Ooh, look at that glow. That looks quite cool. But obviously you can just top these. You don't have to bulbify them. So that can go aside. Oh no, I was going to put a little heart there. What do you think of this? Tell me what you think. Have it like a little drip there. See, this thing picks up, doesn't bloody put down. I suppose because the surface isn't sticky. Come on. Right. Get off. Get off. Right, I'm going to use this. Okay. What do we think of that? You know, like a little drip? Or should it be over here? Come. Like it's coming from that one? Or does it just look really random? Oh, I don't know. I tried having it on the drip. Oh, I said earlier, didn't I? But it didn't look right. I think that looks kind of odd, doesn't it? Oh, maybe she could have like a gold tooth thing. Is that enough room? Don't know. I think I'm just going to leave this. I don't know what to do on the next one though. I did the last one and it was shite. I did this. It just looks like honey, you know, or maple syrup, which I had today on a pancake. Well, it was a crepe. Anyway, I didn't like it, so I was like, oh, here's the final set. We're only doing 4 because this is rubbish. But I just had an idea after I've cleared everything up. Everything's been wiped. I was about to go downstairs and get hot chocolate. And I could have left it at 4, but I just couldn't do that to you. I could have done it to myself, no probs. But to you guys, no, because what would you put on a 5th nail? So we're going to get the brush again, the ultra liner. Oh, I just tidied up. And we're going to do another heart. So I'm going to rejig the layout of the set. I was going to have something in the middle, the heart and the lips, and then the goldy wiggly stuff. But instead, I'm going to do something else. So we're going to do another heart on here. Maybe going the other way. No, I think I want it in the middle. So let's go up and round. And then try and match it. Oh, I already don't like the shape of this heart. State of it. No! Is this rectifiable? Maybe not. This would need to come out further than it would. No, it's not. Right, start again. Oh, this stuff's got stuff on it. Right. Boom. 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 Didn't really need to do that, and that's not the bit I have a problem with. It's the entire rest of it. Right, it's come in a bit more. Okay, we can make it bigger. It's easier to make it bigger. Oh, I hate doing symmetrical stuff. I'm going to fill it in and then we can work on the shape a bit more. We'll get a better idea of it. Same as with the other one. My stomach is about to make a really loud noise because now I am going to blame the time. Because I was all packed up, ready to go. It was 12 minutes past 3. Fantastic. Not bad for a 3 o'clock thingy. And then had an idea, and now it's 25 past 3, which means it's been, what time did I eat dinner? Well, it's probably been about, whoops, 8 hours, 6, 7, 8, it's probably been about 8 hours since I've had dinner, so I'm hungry again now. What is going on? This is getting bigger to try and rectify. It's too far over that way, but if I make this too far over that way, that side's going to be too big. Do you see my dilemma? Make it a whisker bigger. That might do. Will that do? This side looks straight, but it's not, it's curved, see? I promise. Why does it look straight? This bit here, is that the problem? That'll do. Here, I moved it up a bit. I wiped it off and did it again. I moved it up a bit because we're going to do some drips. And look what happened. Cute. So, oh, now I need to get this out as well. I'm annoyed at myself. So, oh no I don't. I'm going to anti-chrome it. Could wipe and bath if you want. if you want a matte background anyway. Well, no, you need to either anti-chrome or wipe and buff at this point, because we're going to chrome. But because I want the background matte, I'll be doing this again after the chrome. Right, cure. A quick update on this brush stand that I got from Temu. Oh, I haven't done that video yet. Okay, in the next video, you're going to see some Temu stuff. There's this, and I'm pretty sure it's 3D printed. So I've got some gel on it, just where brushes have been resting, and I've used acetone. This hasn't been cured, this gel, but I've used acetone and it's not coming off. So I imagine that will get really mucky. Yeah, kind of annoyed by that because I like things to be clean. So that's an update on something. What's the word I'm looking for? What's an update on something that's happening in the future? A pre-update. There we go. Oh, and the little things that you put the cables in. The cable just fell out. You'll see. You'll get it when you see the video. So we can do some drips off here. How do I want it? How many drips do we want? Let's do a long one in the center and then shorter ones here, or all odd and whatever. Maybe long and then up the sides like this. Do we think? Or a wonky one there? Let's do one there. Okay. Okie doke. I'm going to press and lift. Press a little bit and lift. That's probably not long enough, is it? Let's make you a smidge longer. Yeah, okay. And lift. And then, oh, hang on. I don't think I want them going up that high. There we go. Oh no, fucked it up. Oh, got to be careful as well when we chrome. Oh, I'm pushing it down actually where we chrome. Hopefully I haven't got gel on this from this, but then I could just only top. Oh, like I'm topping the whole heart. Do you see where I'm going? I'm saying half my thoughts, but not getting them all out. I'm thinking where I've wiped this. If I've got some gel on that lint wipe and it's gone on here, then it will pick up chrome. And then I thought, well, that's okay, because we'll just only top the bits that we want to stay chrome, and then we can wipe the chrome off after. But we also want the heart shiny, so we do need to get that off. I mean, I could have done that if I got chrome where I don't want it before topping, you know. Oh, I've got a snag in my nail. Look how long my nails have got. It's gross. Do we just do a wiggle here? Wiggle, wiggle. Like that. And do I come straight down at the sides? If so, I should have moved those. Maybe we could make it like this. Yeah. What that? Oh, fuck. Okay, let's just get some stuff on there. See how we feel. Do I keep the shape of the heart in between the drips? Here, you know? Don't know. Not sure. Well, we'll do it like that first. And if we don't like it, we can change it. Okay. There's lots of things like that sometimes in nails where you can try something even if it's not going to be what you want it to be at the end, just to see what it's like at first. Well, this needs to come down a bit more here. And that maybe needs to curve. Don't like this bit. Might have to take that up a bit. Like that. And maybe bring this down a smidge. Curved, curved. No. What are you doing? Stop. Put the brush down. Yeah, don't like this. Oh fuck. Just made that thicker. Didn't want to do that. Okay, and it's not straight. Ooh! Now that's too thin. So what am I doing here then? Same as I did there, maybe? Maybe? Have this coming round here, rounding off but joining a sharp bit. That's a bit weird. I want to curve these. Curve. And then bring this down a bit. Maybe I should have like asked AI, show me a heart that's dipped in and dripping gold. And I could have copied its layout. Don't like this at all. This I think needs to come up here a bit as well. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I want this to be a smooth line. Do we think? Yeah, maybe. I might fuck around and mess around with it. Okay, I faffed a bit. Didn't like it. Took it off. Did it again. And I think this is. I don't like this. It's as good as it's gonna get. You know, it's better than the first one. So there you go. You only have to do something once to, you know, to be better at it the second time. Okay. So we're going to chrome this. Yes, this is better than the syrup. For this nail, not in general. Wipe it off, add some more because I'm weird. Okay. Oh yeah, that's quite cool. Do I need to add anything to it though? Should I put gold around there? No, that would look weird. Might just leave it like that. I'm not really a fan of things just plonked in the middle of nails. But I think this is okay. Now, do I bulbous it? It would kind of make sense. Do I just bulbous the heart? No, that would look weird. But before I do anything, I want to velvet it again. See, that's why we didn't want to do velvet the first time, because it's going to super velvet that. Even though we're going to shiny it, I think it might take something off it. But we're going to do this to seal this in. Instead of just putting something just on top of that in that shape, that thing that we're putting on top hasn't got anything to stick to other than powder, which is not sticky. So we seal it all in first, and it's in under one full coat, you know, it's not loose and just sitting on that. And the reason I'm doing it matte is because I want a matte background. So that's why I prefer, if I'm doing this and I want a matte background, different if you want a shiny background, I prefer to wipe and buff the first time I would be using this, just to not add layers. Cure. I don't really want to bulbosoid these, but I feel like I kind of have to match the rest of the set, you know? So let's do dot, and then a thin lifting up really high. That's not big enough at all. Dot, pull it up. My brush isn't touching the nail now. I'm going to let it wisp off a bit there. Okay, same here. Dot. Am I recording? Yes. Am I in shot? I think so. Pull. I might thin that blob out before I cure. And here, little blob, and pull. That might be enough. Don't really want the drips fat. I don't think it looks as... I think I kind of messed up on the lips. The drips being fat, it kind of lost their, I don't know, something. Right, let's thin that out. And then, oh! And then I'm just going to flash those in place. Should I do it so that they're separate, so that there's an obvious line between, or should I do this as the big heart? I feel like it would make more sense to be separate, wouldn't it? You know? Otherwise, I don't know. I just don't know if I can be asked to do that though. I'm losing interest. Sorry. I think I was in the mood to paint, but it's kind of worn off. I mean, I'm still enjoying myself, don't get me wrong. I think, yeah, I'm just going to do the whole thing. That's fine. That's fine, Joseph. And instead of doing this heart in separate bits, like, you know, I did the half and cured and then the half, I'm going to do it all in one go and just hope for the best. This is a time thing, just because I just want to get my hot chocolate. Okay, I'm going to hold it upside down though, and then cure. I forgot to press record. I'm going over it again and just pulling down onto these, not working the bubble or anything because it's already there. Oh, fug. That was fudge and fuck. Fug. Okay. No! Right, upside down cure. Okay, it went a bit skew-if in places. But it's okay. I kind of wish I'd just done them all flat, you know, and not tried to make it all raised. But that is that one. Should we look at them all together? Here we are. I came up to do something pink and pretty and super pink. But this is what happened instead. I think my second coat of something on that, I had something on my brush because it's a bit misty, and I put white on the back of those two because where I did it on clear without a base, they were a bit see-through when I did this, so I probably should have put white down first. Put black if you want a dark gold, or white if you want a brighter gold. But this is them. What do you think? What do you think? I know that's not my thing, but it's what I always think of. Let me know which one is your favourite. I think I'm annoyed. I wish I'd have just done them flat because I think that would look better flat. But I think that one, then that one, then that one. What do you think? Let me know which one is your favourite. Let me know if you like them in general for a no planned. Do you like this pink, pretty, girly set? That was the plan. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. Come and say hello in the comments. I love to hear from you. I swapped my ring out. Yay. Like, hype, comment, subscribe, all the things. Press all the buttons if you want. You don't have to. It's up to you. But do come and say hello because I do like reading the comments from you. And I will be back in a few days. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, did you see any of my hearts? Oh well, I suppose there's next Valentine's next year. I'm sure we'll find a use for them throughout the year, will we? Maybe. And that's not the best way to end a video, like, here's the nails, they're bloody shit, see you later. But here's the nails, they're bloody shit, and I'll see you later.